Good morning, it's Lisa Leopoli. I'm one of the journalists of the Young Pool of Journalists 2025, created by Eurodesk and the European Commission. And today I'm with Teresa Anjinho. Thank you for being with us. And first of all, I want to ask you about your role, about your job. Could you explain us what it is, what you do?
Okay, so first of all, thank you very much, Lisa, for being here with me in my office in Strasbourg. It is a pleasure to have you here. And it's also very good that I have the possibility to explain a little bit of what I do. Creating awareness, the Ombudsman, is actually very important, considering that most of my work also derives from the fact that the citizens are able to recognize that there is an institution that is able to hear and to respond to their problems in relating to European Union administration institutions. So I cover all institutions in the European Union, the so-called EU IBOAs, and I receive complaints mainly related to problems that happen within this administrative culture. Of course, this is my classical function, so I react to the complaints, covering a lot of issues from environment to public health to migration issues to staff issues as well. But I also have what it is called an own initiative power, that is not to be as reactive to complaints, but have the possibility to be proactive. That is, when I encounter a problem that I believe it is structural, it is repetitive, and can escalate, I can also open an inquiry and guarantee that not only it stops, but also it does not escalate. And I do this by analyzing all the complaints independently, impartially, and in guaranteeing that I do perform my role as a bridge, an important bridge between the citizens and the institutions, replying, of course, to that problems of the citizens, but also to the problems of the institutions that sometimes also have to apply a little bit more of effort to guarantee that they reach the citizens and there is not that big gap, let's say, between citizens and institutions.
I mean, it's an amazing job. And also thank you for the
It
job that you're
is.
doing. Currently, we are in Strasbourg, as you said, at the European Youth Event.
Yeah.
So what message do you want to give to the young people that are attending this event? And also so that you are a VIP, you're participant as a VIP. So why are you a participant and what do you want to say about this?
Very important question. So why do I participate?
Yeah.
First and foremost, because I would like for particularly young people to recognize the European Ombudsman as a very important institution within this institutional framework of the European Union. One that, well, is committed towards the rights of the citizens and in guaranteeing that we are able to have also a stronger Europe and a stronger democratic culture. Because the European Ombudsman is indeed committed, let's say, with good administration, but it is also a proxy of European citizenship. And by doing that, we are part of this common effort that we all have in guaranteeing that we have a political space that is strong and committed towards rule of law, democracy, and fundamental rights. So my main message is for the youngsters to recognize that they do have a voice and they do have an institution that is willing to listen and able to answer.
It's really true. It's really true and really emotional. Thank you so much. And in your opinion, since we are talking about EU institution, what are the biggest challenges that EU institutions face in gaining the trust of young Europeans? Also because currently we have social media and maybe we have some fake news. So how do we gain the trust?
So important. So before applying, I did this very important exercise because it doesn't require to be where I am to have the expertise. You might have the expertise, but you also have to acknowledge which are the challenges that you want to address, and then also have a vision for your mandate. And I did identify 3 challenges. One of them is the challenge of communication. So, and this does not mean that we're speaking the same language. It's the ability to speak, to be heard, and to be understood. Most of the times what happens is that we are both talking, but you're not hearing me or I'm not hearing you, and this is not a dialogue. And I believe that most of the problems, they can be solved through dialogue and through cooperation. and solidarity, of course. So this is the first challenge, to guarantee that there is good communication. Then the second one is the awareness of rights. So if you do not know that you have those rights, how can you be empowered to exercise those rights? And sometimes even the main operators do not know exactly how to work with these rights. So we need also to perform better in terms of rights awareness. And thirdly, we have a problem of trust. We have a problem of trust of citizens in the institutions, and also of young people that do not believe that they are being heard. And if young people do not believe they are being heard, the possibility for them and for citizens in general to just disengage and decouple is something that we should not feel that we do not have to address. We have to address, because it's the door that opens exactly to populisms and to extremisms. So we need to continue to build a stronger Europe by investing, I believe, in the diversity of Europe, in the recognition of the voices of the people, that they do partake in this common effort that is the build of this common political space, and that they do feel empowered. It's not just a question of words. Most of the times it's very easy for particularly decision makers to speak about the rights, but most important is not only to speak, it's to guarantee that, well, they take part of the actions of the decision makers. This is exactly why I'm here. So I think that if we do not invest in guaranteeing that we work towards more pluralism and also this common and important space, I think that, well, the diversity that once was our strength will become our weakness. And what once united us will, of course, tear us apart. So, which is a huge challenge for the world of today, but a challenge that is a common one, and an effort that we should all take part in guaranteeing that we are able to address.
You reach my heart. Usually what I said is that it's important to listen with the heart, not only with the mind. And also about you, about your role. Do you see the role of the ombudsman evolving in the future, especially in the light of digitalization and increased civic engagement also from the youth?
Very important what you're saying. Yes, absolutely. So we all need to evolve. So we are living in a new digital era, right? And with the digital, many good things come. And I also want to profit from those good things, and also try to guarantee that my office is modernized, because with, for example, artificial intelligence, we can enhance the efficiency of the office. However, if we want the positive, we have to address the dark side. We have to address the negative. And there is negatives, because with digitalization, well, it had a huge impact, not only the way the rights are exercised, but also the way the rights are violated.
Yeah.
And I am particularly interested in guaranteeing that we are able to give, all of our steps towards this new order, digital order, that we do not commit the same mistakes as before. And we are not building a world upside down, not involving people, and, well, creating spaces that actually create divisions and discrimination and lack of equality. So I am looking already towards that, the digitalization of the public services, in guaranteeing that we live and we abide by what we say. Leave no one behind. We should not leave anyone behind, and we should acknowledge the kind of society that we have, and guarantee that at the same time that we invest in digitalization, we also invest in mitigating the risks that digitalization also entails. And with artificial intelligence, you know that probably even better than I do. And everything that is behind, and, well, cases that we already know that happen, particularly related to discrimination and bias. And the very important fact that people need to know what is being used and what is being applied.
And also what is, because sometimes we are scared of what we don't know.
Oh, that's so important, absolutely. That's the communication that we talked about,
Yes,
right?
communication is the key to everything.
Communication
to build bridges.
is the key. if you are able to communicate in a simple language, you're not redrawing the importance of the subject. You're just guaranteeing that you are heard. And if you are heard, you are also participating for that citizen to feel not only empowered, but also more protected. And in this new digital world, not all risks we will be able to mitigate them. We need to make this also a common effort, not only from, of course, the providers of the digital, but also from the institutions that need to rethink how they're going to exercise their oversight. So it's the governance framework that is at stake, because what is public and private is all being kind of blurred. But also we have to invest in the citizens, empower them also to guarantee that they are able to also protect themselves, because the world is changing.
What I want to say now is the floor is yours, and you can choose everything, a final message to all the people that are listening to us, because I think this is what really matters, and it's your time to shine. A final message.
Okay.
You can choose.
A final message. Well, quite honestly, Lisa, with your smile, my final message is hope. I mean, continue to believe in the European Union and the power of the European Union as a very important project, a peace project. Yesterday, it was a celebration of the 40th anniversary of the entry of Portugal in the European Union. And the main messages were exactly that. If there is a project that we should continue to believe because it's a project of prosperity and peace, that's the European Union. So let's address the positive without, of course, not acknowledging the negative, because it exists. But that's also why institutions as the European Ombudsman is here to guarantee that people do have a voice, they are heard.
We choose the future together. We build the future together.
We build the future together.
Thank you so much.
Very good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Remember to follow the European Youth Story on the Youth Portal and to follow Eurodesk on social media. Thank you so much for being with us, and we will see each other soon.
Yes, we will. Thank you.